Good afternoon and welcome to BJC Mitzvah A, number 90, part 2, using the Sefer Chinuch. A Mitzvah A keeps your soul on its way. Here we go, continuing the mitzvah of the prohibition to leave the sacrificial parts of the Pesach offering overnight. Among the underlying purposes of this mitzvah is that respect for an offering demands that it be offered upon the altar promptly in its designated time. And one who lets the appointed time pass presents the appearance of one who is neglectful of the offering and casts the matter behind his back. Moreover, by tarrying, he fails to rouse himself thoroughly focus his attention upon the sacred avoda, the service of the offering. It is because of this that the amurim, those fats, are actually rendered invalid through such delay as mentioned above. In connection with the prohibition to leave over the amurim beyond the time allotted for offering them up, which in effect requires that they be offered up within the allotted time and in accordance with the proper procedure, the Chinuch discusses some laws of that procedure. The laws of this mitzvah include that which the sages have stated in Pesachim, that it is a mitzvah to offer up and burn the amurim of each and every individual offering on the altar separately. Also included is that which the sages have stated in Pesachim, that the obligation of the burning of the amurim of the altar applies immediately after the slaughtering, and blood oblations of the offering, i.e., it is a mitzvah for the Kohen to offer them up and burn them up on that very day. But if he did not burn the amurim on the altar that day as prescribed, he may offer up and burn them there throughout the night that follows until dawn breaks. Okay, the Chinuch proceeds to qualify the previous statement. While it is generally true that the amurim of offerings made on any particular day may be burned upon the altar on the night that follows, in the case of the Pesach offering, there is another consideration that generally precludes this. The Pesach is slaughtered on Erev Pesach, which is the night before Seder night, right? 14th of Nisan. And the night that immediately follows the 15th of Nisan is Yom Tov Pesach. Burning items, whether on the altar or elsewhere, is a form of malacha, forbidden activity, that is usually prohibited on the Sabbath and Yom Tov. See Mitzvah 32 and 298. And although the temple service overrides the Sabbath and Yom Tov restrictions, that is only for an offering slaughtered on the Sabbath or Yom Tov itself, but not for an offering slaughtered the day before, which is the case of the Pesach offering. Thus, the amurim of an offering made on Erev Pesach cannot be burned on the altar on the night of the 15th Nisan and must be burned before sundown on Erev Pesach. It is only in one specific case that the amurim may be burned on the altar during the night of 15th of Nisan. The permit to burn the amurim of the Pesach offering until morning applies specifically when the 14th of Nisan falls on Shabbos. In this case, burning the amurim during the night of the 15th is not a violation of the Yom Tov laws, for it is derived from Scripture that the fats, the amurim of an offering sacrificed on the Sabbath, may be offered upon the altar on a Yom Tov that immediately follows. And that's the case in this situation. But if the 14th of Nisan falls on a weekday, one may not burn the amurim during the night of the 15th of Nisan, which is Yom Tov, because the fats of weekday offerings may not be burned upon the altar on Yom Tov. So we'll have to see what they do tomorrow. We'll keep you posted. Stay tuned to sponsor future Mitzvah 36 100 for the gold, and we shall see you tomorrow.